Oh dear, there's noise. Good evening, and welcome to a very drone-like jamming in Jimjams with a synthesizer which worked for the entire jam. Thankfully, because as you know, I have the desk of death where Kit comes for its final jam before throwing its feet in the air and ending up in the long list of Kent Spong's to-do list. Well, anyway, happy, welcome, join us of welcome to Jamming Jimjams. Oh, still things going on. That's quite nice, isn't it? A little bit of sort of like ambience in the background. There's a cat. Oh. Might as well get the Jackson 5 out of the way. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Sunday night. I hope you all had a fabulous weekend. I hope you're all well now. I hope you're not... it's in the UK, it's a bank holiday tomorrow. This would have been a bank holiday. Would I have worked? No, I would never have worked this bank holiday, but the last bank holiday would have worked. So if you're unlucky enough to be working tomorrow, then my sympathies go out to you. And so does Jackson's, isn't that right? Even though Tom, who woke me at 4:15 a.m. this morning, Tom's doing this thing where he is now able to say the word hello. So when we finally get around to memberships, and you get Team Tom and Team Jackson, and the price of membership will afford you a sample pack. Obviously, why wouldn't it? And a badge of your choice, depending if you're Team Jackson or Team Tom. Would it be that right? You'll get Tom doing his hello. So outside my bedroom window, 4:15 a.m. is hello. Now, when Tom says hello, it's usually, "Hey, Dad, I've got something for you." You never bring me anything. You just eat the spiders. I like spiders, but, you know, seriously, he's doing it, isn't it? It's up my nose already. So Tom had in his mouth, which is probably why he's saying hello, a little baby mouse. So I locked the bedroom window and went back to bed. I mean, it's my bedroom's, you know, usual height above. Why did that just flicker off? Having some issues with cables at the moment, as well as synths dying. So if I do apologise if my screen starts flickering. I have to investigate why that's doing that. It might be that I'm using a passive coupler for a very long cable. Is it a short cable? I think I need like a really long cable. Oi, little sod. Anyway, yeah, we've lost the GoPro as well. Well, thank you. Remember when you're drinking, to drink first and speak after, not try and do the same thing at the same time. Because that happens. Anime Hair, thank you. Is it Inhibited that said that? Let's say who's in the chat. Hey, Steve. We've got 3 moderators tonight. We've got Steve, Panda, and Shroomy, who is on break at the moment, although she should be going to bed, really. So, yeah, any questions, any things you'd like to ask me, Q. That's 4 Qs. I won't do what you told me. So let's say, hey, the Panda. So, Thomas, Lee Kemp. Let's talk about Lee Kemp. Oh, jeez, I love this. As obviously other people do. Can I see the... Yeah, you can... Anyway, so Paul Holmes, homegrown. Doomonga. We've also got David. I'm not going to pronounce your surname. Simon Greypatch. John, how you doing? Cornish. The Wookiee and all his furry offspring. Biscuit. Where are my biscuits? I prepared biscuits with brown cheese, blue cheese, and strawberry. Hey, Wagoo, how you doing? Missed a great jam this time, Vicky. Yeah, you did. Thank you. Inhibited. Oh, yes, indeed. SSRR1, hello and welcome. If this is your first time on the channel, please like, subscribe, share, and enjoy. And I hope you're enjoying the ride. Hey, Conrad, how you doing? Jackson is here, Marky. Yes, very much so. And Tonal, Rich is just recovering from and what they call those things where you basically peel your skin back, you get in there, you have a good old rummage. That's right. He's had one of those. An MOT? No, not an MOT. He's had an operation, so he's recovering. So that's good. But also, I noticed it did that. It's your ass. It's your ass. That's what's doing it, boy. Get down off the table. Hello, Tom. How you doing? Tempraboto. Thomas Yon. Let's finish off saying hello to people. Will you get your ass off the cables? Oh, he looks at me like that. I was like, what are you doing? Come on, sweetheart. Come on, quickly. Just. That is not a place for a cat. Seriously. That is not. Look, I'll put Robbie there, and you can sit on the end of the table there. Look. Robbie 1. Not 2.0. In the. All right, okay. Will you just. What? Sweetheart. Not now. Honestly. I don't like it when my nose is slightly irritable, and then he sticks all his fur up my nose. Anyway, so I hope we're all right. I hope this sounds okay for everyone. Hey, Inhibited, next EMOM I'm playing. Well done, nice. I should do an EMOM again. It's been a long time. Hey, thanks, Linux Bender. Good to see you. Yeah, mono synth, drone box, and a modular. Yeah, so let's talk about that in a minute. Let's get back to see if I've not. Very expensive synthesizer knobs just flown off with my. yes, Tempraboto. Wow, that stylophone is cool. Yes, it flipping is. Yes, Inhibited, sporting a nice anime hairstyle tonight. Thank you. Hopefully the moustache is also helping. There's something cool about that, isn't it? There really is. I think there's the sort of long hair, tiny ponytail, and swept back. It's kind of like I think I might have a haircut, but. It's been a long time since I've had short hair, maybe 5 years. So I've had shorter hair. It's not been short. Anyway, so yeah, so Rich is not only is recovering from an operation, he's also got 10% off all his modules. That's built, half built, unbuilt. So DIY kits, half built kits, and full built kits as well. So that's on Etsy. There will be a link, and I will. Oh, hello. If you leave me now, I've lost my browser window. Where is it? Ooh, Stevie, please just paste. Pinned in the chat. So if you're watching this afterwards and you go, what's he talking about? The chat. You know, the thing, everyone's talking to me. You could talk to me afterwards, but if you're watching this in the future, you'll be chatting via the comments below, hopefully. Let me know who you are. Say hi. Say what you liked. Say what you disliked. You know, the algorithm needs feeding, and we need to feed it. We need to get this. Here he comes. Here he goes. Oh, let's just quietly. Oh, look, he does look happy, though, there. He just wants a bit of extra love. You know, he just wants a bit of that love. Right, okay. What we all need now is love, sweet love. Didn't the other carpenter pass this week? Sadly. Yeah. That was the world. That's Burt Bacharach, isn't it? But I don't know what it's those kind of like songs, I guess. Cornish. So I think I've said hello to everybody. Like I said, if I haven't said hello to you, hello. If you're a lurking gherkin, you're not even typing. Hello. You are all important to this channel. Hey, Studio 8FX, what's going on? So yeah. So go buy yourself a new module with a fancy, so the jam at the beginning, if you were partaking in that, I spent so long tonight fiddling with cables. I wanted to get simple thing, my GoPro on the modular, and it's been playing up anyway, which is why I no longer use it above. But it's one of those things. It works to record, but it just doesn't work tethered. So there's obviously got a power connection, which works fine. So yeah, sorry, I'm just going to do this for a minute. Shout 10 is the code to get you 10 off. Yes, it is. Repin new link. Okay. Right. So repinning next thing. So yeah, and if you're using this to study to the sounds of this and you're doing your GCSEs, hello. You know, it happens. It's a true thing. It's a true thing. Gabe's buddies, Gabe's, although hopefully with them being on half term and having a week off of their GCSEs, no one's revising tonight. Everyone's gone out for a barbecue on the beach, I think is what they do. They take disposable barbecues and they go and hang. It's like, it's a silty, muddy sort of beach. It's not quite California or, you know, sort of, it's not Wilmington. Hey, that was my favourite beach. Is it Wilmington? North Carolina? Beautiful beach. Blonde sands. Blonde sands. Some brunette sands. Some redheads as well. What am I talking about? I'm going wrong. Anyway. Oh, hey, Dr. Synth. You're Californian, aren't you? So, Dr. Synth, you're in Cali, aren't you? I had a friend. I still have a friend who lives Palos Verdes, that kind of end of LA, and I stayed with him, and we had this great trip to a beach, and we saw a little coloured crab. It was brilliant. I love that. But he's not going to be doing that tonight. He's very electronic composer Dolce & Gabbana or Versace. It's a good question. Dolce & Gabbana. I mean, I wouldn't personally wear either of those brands, but if they called, they wanted to donate some pajamas for this channel, which I'm looking for sponsorship constantly, always looking for sponsorship. So yeah, San Dimas High School football rules. San Dimas, nice. So we're going. Yes. Hey, Oliver Bone. No GSE is saying at the moment fitting a truss rod in a bass neck. Well, that's good. I've got a split finger. Ow, what's that? Yeah, I did some DIY yesterday. I've been ill. I threw my back out about 3 weeks ago, nearly 4 weeks ago. And I'm going to do a complete product placement for my chiropractor, who is an absolute gorgeous human being. And more people like him should exist in the world. I really mean that. I had bumped into him before Christmas, and I said, look, I haven't seen you for ages. And he said, where have you been? I said, well, time's a bit tight. I couldn't afford. He said, well, look, I'll come in and see me. And I thought, yeah, great, thank you. It's very, very kind. And I never took him up on it. Anyway, bumped into him on the supermarket on Wednesday, and serendipitous, and I said, yeah, I think I need to take you up on that offer. He said, yeah, sure. When do you want to do it? Next week? The evenings? Yeah. I said, well, I work at home on a Thursday. I can probably take my lunch break early and come and see you. So he said, yeah, tomorrow. So I have never cracked and reset so hard in my life. It's all about you, isn't it? I'm talking about my body, which is. So anyway, so that, bizarrely enough, and this is the point I'm going to make now, is not about me being reset on a table and stretched out my neck, realigned my body. My whole skeleton was completely out of whack, and also I'd done something to my elbow, which I'm not going to have my tea. What are you drinking? I had a cup of tea, but I'm not drinking it now. He had a slug on him last night, like a little baby slug. Anyway, so what was the point I was getting to is I was suffering. I hadn't really noticed it until my last weekend off, where I hadn't had any energy to do stuff, and I was like, I'm just tired, and I hadn't really figured into it that it was a physical issue until when I got home after my session on Thursday, and I started to. It's still you're kind of resetting, so it's still a bit of pain. And it's still a little bit now, and it subsides. But you reset the elbow, bit of. What are you doing? Seriously? It's adorable, right? We love Jackson, but jeez, boy, can you sit on Robbie? Go on. Oh, for fudge's sake! Why do you want to be there? I can't see my chat now, Steve. Panda, can't see it. He's right in front of it. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to say, that the very action of me being reset, it was like someone had taken the reins off, and I was, they'd taken the bolt out of the gate, and I was off, and suddenly I've got my energy. Is it you? Is it this side? You're not actually anywhere near it, to be fair. I'm blaming you, but it's not you, sweetheart. It's not. I think it's more just the fact that it's a passive coupler. Anyway, you know, I mean, what's the difference between a passive coupler and a 5-meter cable? I mean, you know, anyway. So what was I saying? So, but his point was, if you can't help someone, what did he say? Oh, I can't remember. If someone is in need, if the universe gives you an opportunity to help someone in need, then the universe will pay you back. I just thought, wow, yeah, you really have. I mean, you have helped me. So, Portishead chiropractor, go and see Dave. Just book an appointment. Just go and see him, because he is phenomenal. And it didn't take very long to just completely, but as a result, things are kicking off. So, yeah, so small things in here, but out there I actually did some DIY, which I've been trying to do for about a month now, reorganizing the house. So that's all kind of kicking off. So I did ask you what you were drinking, and now I want to get back off of that point and move on. Hey, Rourke, how you doing? Hey, Aaron Barris. So we know that some of you will be drinking what you normally drink, Oliver, Dr. Pepper. Steve, you drinking water, or are you drinking rum tonight? Serendipity is hard to spell. There's a fantastic song by William D. Drake, who I had the pleasure to work with, whose album I had the pleasure to contribute to. There we go. Called Serendipity Doodah. Phenomenal song. He's whimsical. If you want British English whimsy, William D. Drake. There's nothing better. Nothing better. Hey, my Logify. Great drink. Ghost in the Machine. Where? Am I? No, I'm on all chat. Who are these people? I can't see you, though. Have you seen me graphic? Cats can see heat. Can they? Okay, my Logify, good night. I hope you enjoyed the jam. Thank you for being here early. You were first. Right. So, third beer. Oh, my goodness. Dr. Pepper is on holiday. Here comes Tom. Hey. Here he is. Oh, and he's... Shroomy, can you bring the biscuits, please? They're in the kitchen. Oh. Here he is. Well, if it ain't the cat's arse. You can have this side. All right. Don't worry. You both get some. It's not a competition. Well, some people might think it is. Will you let me pour? You're putting your nose in the packet. It's not going to happen. I can't tip this if... Get out of the way. Right, have I missed anything? Look, right. Door obscuring camera partially. Yes, I know. I'm waiting for Shroomy to come back with biscuits. Biscuits! Biscuits, biscuits. Everybody's biscuits. Biscuits, biscuits. Shroomy! Do 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 do. Yeah, baby mouse blood still dribbling down his chin. Yeah. Right, well, you're stupid because I put yours, Jackson, over there. Tom, come on. Yeah, he's dumb enough to ignore it. Huh? What? Anyway, so we've gone for a very, very sort of like late night studio kind of vibe. Hey, Lamar, how you doing? Oh, Vienna. Ultravox. Yes, indeed. Hey, Shroomy. What? Biscuits! Can you bring the biscuits from the kitchen, please? She must have been deep in a mask. Do you want to bring your mask? Can you show your mask off that you're making? I can't believe how talented... You know, the obsession that we have, where we get, like, just keep doing the same thing over and over until you get better. But no one's asked us to do it, you know? It's just a personal journey. I think Shroomy's got that with masks, and unbelievable quality for an 11-year-old, you know? Okay, boy. Yeah. So proud of my kids. I am, tell you now. Even the ugly teenager who were right rude today. You know. this sort of stuff, as you know, again, maybe you don't know. I mean, all the sort of technology behind, the studio is vast, and camera stuff is more expensive than synth stuff, I think, in the most part. So finding the sweet spot of price performance is an ongoing full-time job. And I think the GoPro isn't great. Whilst it still, it still works as a recording device. I'll use it with the motorcycle thing. What kind of biscuits? The ones that are in the kitchen on a plate with the strawberries on them. Did I put them on a plate? You'll see them. You'll see them. They're there. It's basically biscuits with blue cheese. Oh, you sod off. And strawberries. I can't spell. What do you mean you can't spell? No. Whatever you said, no. What? What? Oh, so grumpy. Here come the biscuits. Here's biscuits. So today, these are still biscuits. We've got a white. We've gone for some more ancient grains. This is a white rye, just standard. It's like a buttery biscuit with strawberry on top. And this is my standard spelt biscuits, spelt oat spelt sort of biscuits for cheese kind of thing, with some blue cheese, some soft blue cheese and strawberry. No, he's back. Tom is back. Okay, I wanted you here, but I didn't want you to be in my face. Have you guys been fed? I think you have. They're just acting like they haven't been fed. Which is, I'm going to have that. Oh, so medieval. Meats, cheeses with fruit. I mean, every medieval meal. One of my favourites, gooseberry and herring. Amazing. Oh yeah. And electronic music composer, I make these. So there's no artificial ingredients in this. I haven't had margarine, I think, for about 10 years. It's plastic, right? Don't eat it. Oh, that was tall saucy. Yeah. Don't buy margarine. Come on, guys. Don't believe the hype about saturated fats. Learn that the polyeuthanasia spreads will kill you early. That's what's killing us. It's the food. It's the Soylent Green. God damn it. Anyway, right. So yeah. I think we got a satisfied cat. We haven't got a satisfied jerv. Right. So, hey, Agolf. Peach and brie sandwich on potato bread. Oh, that does sound good. No, what do you mean, Azio head? Which one? Herring or gooseberry? And heron. Yeah, probably heron. Probably heron. They used to eat swan, didn't they, for breakfast? Oh, it does. I can't tell you how good. You've got a nice crunch underneath the soft, creamy blue. So you got the bite of the blue. It's like electricity in your mouth, isn't it? Blue cheese. And then you've got the sweet finish of the strawberry. It's quite a taste. Taste sensation. So what have I done? So we've all sent our best wishes to Rich for a speedy recovery. We've got the link in the chat. We've got a thank you to Dave, my chiropractor, who has restored Jervis to his almost to his previous self. So it certainly has increased my energy levels massively. So thank you for him. So I'm trying. What else have we got? Lee was in the chat earlier. Hopefully he's still with us. I was putting this together tonight, and I wanted the GoPro here. We did start talking about the camera, and whilst it was dodgy when it was up there, and I had my suspicions about the cables I was using. So today, pre-jam, I was faffing with a micro HDMI should be illegal. It's not a good it's not a good connector. It's too fragile, and I've had so many cables break. That's what I think going wrong with the main camera is the micro HDMI cable. Anyway, so I thought, well, I have to have a close-up. I've moved. I'm going to make this is changing, and this is changing because I want to put things here that I can play in a jam scenario like this, or last minute if a synth dies, as they have been, just before, or something goes wrong with the equipment just before I go live. I want to be able to have options. Of course, all this stuff it's like a shop. This is a video studio. It's like a shop, and I don't want that anymore. You know, it's got to look good, and I am, it's always going to look good. It's always going to look good because that's my way. But it doesn't all play, right? And I want that, really do. So I've started, but that used to be over the other side, you see. So I think I have to It's yeah, sorry about the flickering. It's a flicker warning. Hopefully no one will be affected by that. Buy Brenda instead. Butter. Who's Brenda? Badgery lives. Lives don't matter. Oh my goodness. Oh, hang on. I'm sorry. I've lost the chat. I thought we were. Yeah. Oh, Biscuit. I was vegan for years. Wrecked your health. Yeah. You can be vegan and eat natural, but the problem is that you're encouraged not to eat vegan and to eat the things that meat substitutes. I was veggie and vegan for like 20 years, right? I was veggie for 20 years. A lot of that time I ate vegan because I simply couldn't afford to throw out money on cheese and stuff. I was a poor, struggling musician in a bedsit somewhere in East Dorking. I wasn't. But, so most of the meals I made actually were vegan. And it was always pulses and beans. My son's not a big fan of the pulses, but I'm bringing them back. I'm going to try and sort of reduce the amount of meat and bring that back because they are so high in protein. But, Linda McCartney, Black Cauldron, all those kind of companies that make, plastic substitutes of organic materials. I don't know why you have to. Why do we have to have veggie sausages? I mean, Wales, one of the most famous dishes from Wales, and it predates the fun things of the sort of the hip vegetarian times, the last 50 years or whatever, is Glamorgan sausage, which is basically potato and cheese in a sausage. There's no meat in it, so you don't have to have unnatural things in your body. Anyway, hey Tom, where's your okay, so yeah, I've got issues with flipping. That's on 3, that's why. Oh, if you leave me now. Right, if that doesn't work, it just doesn't work. You're just going to have to... Oh, no, that's the other one. Why is that on 2? Anyway. Yeah, so it's a tricky one. And having now finished reading or having the audiobook of Ultra Processed People, you all have to listen to it. I was already prior to reading it, I was very aware and interested in why these things were in our food. Xanthan gum, guar gum. What is a gum? What is it doing in our food? And kind of know more about it now. And why palm oil's in everything. It's because of mouthfeel. And palm oil is in chocolate. It's got no right to be in chocolate. Got no right to be in chocolate. That's got no right. Get healthy with GetJervis. Stop eating that crap. Put that margarine back. There's a t-shirt. Put that margarine down. Margarine. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm baking. That's why I'm baking. That's what the baking's about. And it is. It's actually a thickener. Yeah, it is. Xanthan gum, guar gum are thickeners, but they come from weird. These are all mechanically, industrially produced ingredients that have been put into a food that they have no right to be in, to make it more pleasuresome to eat. You know. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Manny, I was actually thinking today. You probably know I toured a lot in the States, and I've got a real kind of I miss it. I miss the touring times very much. But I was thinking today of what I don't miss about touring and the food, and I was thinking about it specifically in terms of, ultra processed ingredients, and I was thinking like everything that is, unless you're paying, through the roof. I mean, I went to a fantastic steak restaurant, and your list of what meat you want isn't just the cut; it's how the animal has lived. Was it grain fed? Was it grass fed? Was it massaged before it was slaughtered? Beef trees. They're growing beef, of course they are. American bacon, yeah. But I do like streaky bacon, but I like to murder it, crispy. Anyway, God blimey, aren't we just wittering on about nonsense? I was going to talk about synthesizers. Should we do that? So anyway, so there's all that kind of good stuff going on. Hey, I got Adolf. We can make sandwiches out there on the dance floor. You can be Burger Babe. I can be the bun out there on the dance floor. Yes, I want a steak that had a massage with a happy ending before it died waking. I'm sure it would happen. Let's just pull a verse out of the at random, which I have done. I'm going to pick this one, and it says here: "Unhasting, daylight withdraws from us; it shapes into their central calm, stone by stone. Your rhetoric, sorry, my mouth's annoying itself. Your rhetoric is dispersed until the earth becomes once more the earth. She leaves a sharp partition against cooling blue." That was Farewell to Van Gogh by Charles Tomlinson. What a crack. That's just, isn't that great? We need to do Synths at Bedtime Reels. Anyway, so studio will be reimagined so that I can sit here, so I can play my modular. I will have a fixed camera here. Obviously, now that the GoPro has to be retired, it's a 2017. That's nearly 10 years, right? And these cameras aren't. Technology changes, right? So it's a GoPro Hero 6. That's a very old camera. So yeah, I'm not surprised. So it'll be replaced. It has been replaced. And unfortunately, I didn't have the right cable to use it tonight. Otherwise, we would have had a close-up of the modular, which is what we need. So that modular camera there, and I might just somehow put another camera that way. So, and I'm at odds as to whether or not to put the CS15 here or here. I think I might put it up there just because it'd be nice to stand up and play. And I think here I can put my little boxes. I will put right here my Joe Marks X-Bass 09 because that hasn't been played. Because like I said, it's a studio and you can't even see it. It's behind my head. It deserves on. So that next to the, I could have a German aisle, couldn't I? I could have a Deutsche aisle with the Delta Sepe, the MFB synth, and the X-Bass 09. But I would have to, I don't know, a modular here. Synth there. Well, that'd be it. I mean, maybe here we could have where the micro freak is. Maybe there we could have the little boxes. The little boxes. Anyway, that's happening. So the idea was that I was going to do that tonight. You'd be able to see a nice close-up of the modular in a way you've never seen on this channel. Excited to do that. And I thought, you know, when I got the Sub 37 out again, I was going to do this idea. So I'm just redoing it. Obviously, it wasn't fun when the DeepMind, the Sub 37 went. So my cupboard is going to have synthesizers in it again until I can figure out which one I can afford to do first. But we still have the PRO3, even though I don't know if you noticed there was some flickering on the display, and not just the flickering you see now is the shutter speed. Let's see if I can. No, it's this one, isn't it? No. Oh. That's kind of weird, isn't it? So you can either have the LEDs flickering like that, or you can have the rolling of the LCD display. It's so weird. Or no, it's still. That's just bright now. That's just all that's doing. Oh, anyway, look, we'll just. Oh, hello. Oh, I wanted it a bit. Oh, that's too dark. See, this is what I do before I go live. I'm faffing with every single, and I mean the lights. There's a new light there. I don't sit still. I'm like some sort of like tinkerer. GetJervis, get tinkering. Right. James, I couldn't do it. I mean, I met Dave Smith in his hotel room in Nam in 2020 to interview him for Toman. It was the second time I'd interviewed him. Technically I met him. What a lovely guy. And it was my pick of the show for 2020. And having seen it in the flip, it was just like, you know, look at the branding. It's beautiful. It's got CV and gate, and I perhaps should have gone out the gate out of it into the stylophone to sort of sync that up, but you know, oops, that was a little bit of the. Excuse me. Oh my god! I've got the PRO3 SE2. Worried that Kent's died. What, Kent has died, or Kent's PRO3 SE has died? What are you saying? Mine is the mine is the normal one. Wish I got the SE version. Yeah, Dave Smith is missed. So, yeah, he really is. Yeah, Kent's PRO3 SE died, and he can't fix it. I just wonder if there's like an issue with the power here. Anyway, yeah. So the idea was get something going on the module, and all the drums were coming from that, and I had something nice and sort of earthy with the drums, less, you know, rock and roll, but less dance, less techno, and more kind of earthy, organic. And then, you know, I knew I was going to do something pulsy with this. And of course, I got the MIDI out from the. I mean, just a look how just perfect that is, and it just looks. I mean, you need to see it. You need to see it close up because it's all sort of dark and gloomy there. Have I got? Yeah, the lights are a little bit gloomy. Let me just see if I can hit that one and try. It's always a guess of which panel on my lights is going to do what. Oh, and I've just locked my phone. Oh, it's 11 o'clock, which means we've been live an hour because I went a little bit early tonight. Did you notice that? Did you notice that? Did you notice? I went a little bit early. I just thought, because I hadn't prepared this really, so I thought, you know what? I might as well build this in front of you guys more than I would normally do, because it felt like it needed to grow. Do you know what I mean? And with it being International Drone Weekend, is that right? Where is it? It's past. I think it might be this one. Oh, hello. Well, that's quite. Actually, that's quite nice. I'm gonna go for. Oh, I've lost it now. Yeah, that's. I don't know. I'm undecided. You know, I might go. Yeah, I might do that. some of it, but now you can see it better. I think I would have realised how dark it was under there. Right. I'm going to do a software update before it totally dies, which is what I didn't do with the Sub 37, because I think it probably needs. What's the current? Oh, it is version 1.2.04. So I think that's quite an old one. It wouldn't have been updated for a few years, so I think that's what it is. I don't like the knobs though. That's the only thing for me that lets it down. I would like really. I mean, one day I'll be bothered. I think I'm going to set up my own knob company and buy my own knobs. Right. Well, and I was doing that, and I thought there's something missing. There was an aspect of this sonically that just wasn't quite what I wanted to perform tonight. You know, that was just taking itself, and wow, that Threadbox oscillator filter combination. You know, hysteria and eudaimonia. Jeez, with a little bit of play from Flow. That's the Axis modular Flow, which you can buy for 10% off at the moment. Actually, links in the conversation. So if you like that, it is in time. It was doing some wicked stuff. So yeah, I just felt there was something missing. I thought, well, I need something else. So I grabbed the stylophone, and I still had the ripcord 12 volt plugged into my USB socket on the desk. So I was like, do you know what? That's a no-brainer. And you know, the ripcord stuff is just it gives. Actually, I found something plugged over there with one. It's like, I use them all the time. Definitely get yourself some MyVolts ripcords. Go to MyVolts, www.mydults.com. Power. So the only what are you saying? Get it out, get it out, man, get it out.
I do feel queer.
Get it. Yeah, that's the wrong one, wasn't it? I think it's this one. Oh well, you've lost it. That's four strikes and we're out. The newest version of the PRO3 main OS is the one. Oh, okay. Well, then that's it, then, isn't it? Oh, it's. I guess who continues to develop these things once the main engineer passes over. You know. Yeah, I think that's who it. Oh, hello, this one. No, I can't tell. It just says 1204. Okay. Anyway, so that's that. Maybe I'll just connect it up to a computer or something. Thanks, Panda, for that. Maybe I'll do that. I don't think I sent over the new wavetables. I think I haven't updated the wavetables, or maybe I did. I don't know. Thanks, James. I'll have a look at that anyway. Right, guys. Well, yeah. So we'll just play out with a little bit of the fun stuff to remind you. If you missed the beginning, go back and listen to it straight away. It was an enjoyable jam, and it was very pulsy, rhythmic, hypnotic. It was my gift back to you lot from my chiropractor, if that makes sense. It's a chakra reset. So enjoy that. It will reset your chakras. So yeah, thank you. Just drop a like on this if you can, please. Great to see you all. See you on Wednesday. Don't know what I'm going to do this week, but I think I'm going to have more cameras. That's for sure. And a bit more time to figure out. Maybe we'll leave the PRO3 back on the desk, and we'll get the wavetables out, and we'll have a little bit more fun with that, because we got close to wavetable heaven last week, didn't we? And then the thing decided it wasn't going to play. Thank you, James. Thank you. Yeah. Do you know what, Waggy? When I don't know what happened. I was absolutely chopping up every single live stream. And then suddenly I just seem to run out of time, and I haven't done it for a while, but maybe I should go back and at least put the jam, the music in beginning and end, and maybe any middle stuff. So thank you very much for dropping by this Sunday. Let us say goodnight, a bientôt, sweet dreams. Be good to yourselves and each other. Don't eat margarine. Don't eat any of that stuff, honestly. And read the ingredients of everything you buy. If it's in a packet, if it's read it and ask yourself, what am I eating? You can eat it. I'm not telling you to stop doing it, but just be aware and just educate yourself a little bit. Right, let's do some synthing. What's happening? Let's go start. That reminds me of something. I can't remember what it is. It's like one of my early... Where's the reverb coming from? Nice. Thanks, guys. Be well. And I'll see you around. Let's just do this.